what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keep on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Who is this?
Big Buckets.
Big Buckets. Let's go ahead and get this party started, Bears fans. Walter Payton, it's the man. Find Cole Kmet wide open. Touchdown, Bears. Let me put it on again. Keep it on fire. I love it. I could probably beat him in the 40. Let's freaking go, Chicago Bears fans. Breaking news out of Chicago.
I think I can fit in as like a water boy for the Panthers or something. I'm not talking about get on the field,
Put it right behind me so every time I'm on the podcast, like, you got Isaiah Fry's jersey? Hell yeah, I do. Let's go. You got on with the Bears organization. You got high up. Would I be like a water boy for you or something? What's going on? What role am I? Comment bear down if you love Keek on the Mic and if you love the Chicago Bears. Who is this?
George S. House.
And as always, bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the mic. You can go and subscribe cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Keek on the mic.
What is going on, Chicago Bears fans? Not sure what's going on with this, but what's going on, Chicago Bears fans? We have breaking news out of Chicago. Yes, breaking news out of Chicago. The Bears are signing, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce his name. The Bears are signing edge rusher Dayo Odeyingbo to a 3-year, $48 million deal with $32 million of that guaranteed. And I know a lot of Bears fans, including myself, were thinking it was going to be Josh Sweat. No, but the Bears go out and sign another young edge rusher. Dayo Odeyingbo, whatever. I need to get better with pronouncing his name. Is only 25 years old. And to me, it's not a terrible deal. $16 million per year. Obviously, Josh Sweat would have cost a whole lot more for the Chicago Bears. And first and foremost, his age being only 25 years old. He's 6'6", 286 pounds. So definitely fits the mold of what Dennis Allen is kind of looking for in his defensive ends, being long, athletic, fast, right? And that's exactly what the Chicago Bears are getting in this young kid. When you look at his stats just last year, his grades are not the best, right? He was an overall grade of a 66.1, a pass rush grade of 65.5, and a run defense grade of 56.8. He did have 4 sacks last season for the Colts, 42 total pressures, and 13 quarterback hits. And you guys know me as, of course, you want to see more productions in the sack numbers, but I always look at total pressures as well. 42 total pressures is a good amount of pressures. I mean, he's getting to the backfield, and once again, he's still young, and I think it's a very, very good deal for the Chicago Bears. So I'm pleased with the deal. Once again, only paying him $16 million per year is not bad, considering the fact that it would have probably cost a lot more to go out and get Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat's probably going to get $20+ million. You guys saw what Milton Williams got. $26 million per year. But now the focus is, right, the Bears built the trenches. They built the trenches on the offside of the ball, getting Drew Dahlman, getting Joe Thuney, getting Jonah Jackson. Then they turn around and go to the defense side of the ball and get a young pass rusher in Dayo Odeyingbo, right? So it's one of those things that the Bears are still staying with their mission on building the trenches on both sides of the ball. When you look more at this kid, he's played in 61 games with 19 career starts, has had 106 combined tackles, 21 tackles for loss, 16 and a half sacks, and five forced fumbles during his time with the Indianapolis Colts. So overall, I don't absolutely love the signing, but I think it is a solid signing for what the Chicago Bears are needing. I think they were looking to get younger. Of course, when you look at, for example, when you're looking at what we just got rid of, DeMarcus Walker only had 3.5 sacks, and it was about to be 30 years old, right? So the Bears, I think, were just trying to get younger. I don't think this dismisses the fact that they could still go in the NFL draft and probably get another guy to add to the fold. But I think their focus is going to be very clear, probably trying to get another defensive tackle as well. But to me, I have no problems whatsoever with this signing of Dayo Odeyingbo. Once again, if you guys can help me try to pronounce his name, this is going to be a difficult one to pronounce all season long. But overall, I am very, very pleased. It's not terrible, right? But let me know down below in the comments how you're feeling about this move of this young edge rusher. Someone said Poles is cooking. A couple people said Poles is cooking. Someone said not sure about Dayo. Yeah, we'll definitely find out. Yeah, got the edge rusher. Yeah, someone said, yeah, not a fan of that pickup. Yeah, once again, getting a young guy. And I think that's the big thing. Being 6'6", 286 pounds. I don't think it's a terrible sign at all. I think the Bears did have a need at edge rusher. I don't necessarily think it's an overpay. I'm at $16 million per year, considering what these other edge rushers are getting in free agency, what Josh Sweat's about to get, what obviously Milton Williams, not an edge rusher, but what he just got from the New England Patriots. I think this is a pretty good signing for the Chicago Bears. And you have to understand, with Dennis Allen in the fold, he likes his big and long edge rusher, 6'6", 286 pounds. So he fits the mold on what Dennis Allen is really looking for here in Chicago. So let's go ahead and take a little bit more and get more detail on our new edge rusher here in Chicago. Once again, Bears give him a 3-year deal with $48 million, with $32 million of that guaranteed. 6'6", 286 pounds. Looking more in detail of him. Has played with Indianapolis Colts for 4 seasons, got drafted in 2021, where, in 2022 had 5 sacks, 2023 had a career high 8 sacks, and then, of course, this year had about 4 sacks for the Colts. That total 16.5 sacks over his 4 seasons with the Indianapolis Colts. So once again, just having a nice young edge rusher to pair with Montez Sweat, the Chicago Bears can still look in the NFL draft to add yet another edge rusher here in Chicago. But all in all, it is news here in Chicago. It was a need for the Chicago Bears. Whether you like it or not, I do like the guy's size. Once again, 6'6", 286 pounds is massive for an edge rusher. And once again, this does not dismiss the fact that the Bears can still add in the NFL draft. So let's go ahead and read the comments. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button for me and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Someone said, yeah, it's 2025. This is a Dennis Allen guy. Absolutely. This has Dennis Allen written all over it. And that's the thing. For the last couple of weeks, this guy has been on the Bears' radar. There's been rumors that the Bears have been interested in him. And it makes a lot of sense. If you're looking at what Dennis Allen wants and looking at what Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson are trying to accomplish, it makes a whole lot of sense on why they brought him in. The age factor, having the traits, the 6'6", 286 pounds, that's definitely a Dennis Allen thing. But overall, I don't hate the move whatsoever. Once again, the Bears had a need at this position, and they had to go out and make a move. And I don't think Ryan Poles wanted to overpay for Josh Sweat. And once again, they can still go into the NFL draft and add yet another guy. Of course, they still have Austin Booker. Now you have Montez Sweat. And now you have Dayo Odeyingbo in the fold as well on the Chicago Bears defensive line. Yeah, it's one of those things too that it's kind of like the market as well. Even though the Bears could have spent more on Josh Sweat, it's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. $16 million per year for this guy is a whole lot of money, but it's just the market right now, and that's just the unfortunate truth. So go ahead and let me know down below how you guys are feeling. Someone said he's very powerful. I like it. Yes, a very powerful edge rusher. So I do like that, but once again, one thing that stands out is his age and his size. We're going to see how it works out here in Chicago, but this is a massive contract for this guy, right? And it's a big opportunity for him to come and be Montez Sweat's running mate. I think he will fit really, really nice in this defense of what we already have. And the Chicago Bears can still go into the NFL draft and get another guy as well. Once again, looking over some X as well to see how people are kind of feeling about this signing for the Chicago Bears. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was thinking it was going to be Josh Sweat, but Josh Sweat seems like he's in talks with the Detroit Lions. But overall, I would say it's a little bit of an overpay, but at the same time, we just got to see how this pans out here in Chicago. You already have Javon Dexter, Andrew Billings, Montez Sweat, Austin Booker. Now you have this guy into the fold, and you look at the back end and Kyler Gordon, Jalen Johnson, Jaquan Brisker. So this defense is already loaded, and you also have to just have a lot of trust in Dennis Allen as well. Yeah, so just like I want to make it very clear, this contract has, like, it's one of those things, like when you give a guy a contract like this, it's like you're proving himself, right? But we think this is his best ahead of him contract. Like, we think you still have a lot left in you, right? You're still young at 25 years old. So the Bears are definitely, to me, taking a risk here. But I think this guy has the potential to be a very, very good player and has shown those flashes as well over the last 4 years. Yeah, this is a big contract for him. Big contract for him. But Bears fans, like I said, the Bears get their edge rusher. I don't think it really singles out their opportunities in the draft as well. But like I said, my initial thoughts of him when watching him, definitely has a lot of power to his game. I think he's going to be a good addition to the Chicago Bears defensive line. I think it could have been possibly an overpay. Looks like he has a good motor, and once again, him having that length really helps him in the run game as he tries to refine those skills as well. So I think he's going to be a good addition to what we already have in Chicago. Once again, I think you have to kind of look at this move as just him having massive upside, and just depending on the Chicago Bears coaches to allow him to get to the next level. Yeah, the pressures last year for him was really, really, really good. And like I said, I'm not really all big, like, I look like, oh, if you don't have a lot of sacks, that's it. Like, you're not good. I try to look at every single thing. Last year had 42 pressures, right, on the quarterback. So that means he's disruptive. That means he's getting into the backfield. And to me, as long as you're causing that disruption in the backfield, I think that's all Montez Sweat can ask for on the other side. I think as long as he's doing his job and he's winning on his one-on-one matchups, that means Montez Sweat won't be getting double teamed, right, on the other side. So to me, I don't think the Bears were ever looking for someone super, super flashy, but just a young guy that they can continue to develop. And being only 25 years old, the Bears can continue to develop and depend on his massive upside as a player. Yeah, and like I said, there's a D tackle in the draft, just like Big Cheese said. I want to mention this, is that the fact that we can still get Kenneth Grant, the big defensive tackle from Michigan, to really complete this defensive line. And like I said, I think the numbers and the contract make this seem like it's a flashy signing, but it really isn't. This is just a kid, a young kid at 25 years old, that has a lot, could still use some refinement to his game. And now it's up to the Chicago Bears coaching staff to continue on that massive upside that he showed in his last 4 years with Indianapolis Colts, and take his game to the next level. So once again, not the biggest fan of the money once again, but like I said, I think the Bears do take care of a big need on this defensive line. So I think overall, I'm going to give this grade most likely I'll give it probably like a B, C plus B grade, just until I see him actually play. And just like someone said, it's a high risk, high reward signing. There's obviously something there. He was drafted in the second round, even after his injuries, right? So it's one of those things that the Colts saw something in him. I think he had a pretty productive 4 years with the Colts, only 16 and a half sacks, but also the amount of pressures he had during his time, not too bad. But like I said, it's up to the Chicago Bears. Obviously, Ryan Poles, Ben Johnson, and then, just having that trust in Dennis Allen saw something in this kid, and now it's up to the coaches. Yeah, I think now this can open up the door. Like, if Mason Graham falls, that would be a perfect pick for the Chicago Bears to add, right? So I think Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant are guys, D tackles, and I think D tackle kind of just went up kind of like the draft board for the Chicago Bears in this year's NFL draft. Yeah, I think Grady Jarrett would be a good pickup, like in terms of veteran options to continue to add to this defensive line. just in case you feel a little bit uneasy about this move of Dayo Odeyingbo. So it's just one of those things that it's just the market. It happens. Sometimes you're not always going to like the money that we pay people. It's just the edge rushing market. But I think compared to what some of these other top edge rushers are getting, talking about Myles Garrett, $40 million, Max Crosby, $35.5 million. And of course, these guys are levels probably above this guy, right? Obviously. But this is a cheap edge rusher contract compared to what these other guys are getting. Yeah, I think this may be it. And unless they're going to be doing small signings of like veterans, you know, like role players, special teams players coming in. But I think these were the Bears' two big signings here, with Drew Dahlman getting that contract earlier today. And then now Dayo Odeyingbo coming here to Chicago on a 3-year, $48 million deal with $32 million guaranteed. That might be it, right? Saving some money for our other free agents, like our in-house free agents, and then see where we're going from there. I can see the Bears trying to maybe go get another wide receiver, like a wide receiver 3. But it just depends. It just depends on what they want to do. So once again, Bears fans, I give this move a C+B until I really see him play and see how he fits in this offense. But it's evident that, you know, the age is there, 25 years old, has massive upside, a powerful edge rusher, has the size and length that Dennis Allen is looking for at 6'6", 286 pounds. So I'm going to go ahead and trust the coaches, right? Trust the coaches, trust Ryan Poles. And I know a lot of people say, why would we trust Ryan Poles? But that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. But once again, do me a huge favor by hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, hitting the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Once again, the Bears make another big move by signing Dayo Odeyingbo to a 3-year, $48 million contract with $32 million guaranteed. And I hope I am not pronouncing his name wrong. I'm going to try my best to get it right, but this is going to be a name that we need to get used to. Before I go away, someone said people said the same thing about Al-Quadem Muhammad, and I totally understand it. But once again, I'm going to trust our defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen. This has Dennis Allen written all over him. He obviously has a plan for this player coming in, so that's what I'm going to trust in. So once again, Bears fans, all love to you guys, and as always, bear down.